You may have already seen how we can use Scan2CAD to convert a technical drawing to a CAD-CAM format. In this case, we're focusing on the kind of requirement you'd have for CNC or CAM, where you'd have a clean, smooth vector outline, in which case you may not necessarily require the shape recognition in Scan2CAD to recognize dash lines, for example. So we have this example image here, recognizable company. And the first thing to look out for is that the image is particularly low quality. We can see lots of noise everywhere, so we need to clean this up. So do watch our separate video on how you can clean up your images to make them suitable for conversion. Most images do require some level of cleaning before converting. The tools we use for cleaning an image are our raster effects. In this case, we can rush through it, so I'm going to use a simple threshold to convert the image to a clean black and white version. That threshold level seems fine. We'll click OK. Now we have something suitable for conversion. We'll choose type and choose picture photo. Now picture photo in Scan2CAD V9 uses a different vectorization algorithm to our other types of presets. So when we click Vec to run a vectorization, Scan2CAD asks us first whether we want to segment the colours. Well, segmenting the colours is used to reduce the colours and clean up the image. We've already done that with the thresholding, so we're going to say no. And we have our results here. We have the vectorization preview where we can see what the image will look like. If we have vector definition on the high end, we're following the original pixels of the image exactly. And you can see that high doesn't necessarily give the best quality conversion. If we move it somewhere on the lower end of the scale, we're telling Scan2CAD that it has some freedom not to follow the pixels exactly as they are in the original image, because as you remember, this is a particularly low quality image. So the lower end we go to the vector definition, the smoother effect we get. So have a play around with that slider. I'm going to turn off circle identification because we don't need it for this image. And I wanted to ensure that I choose bias to curves rather than angles. And I want an outline, so I can choose non-solid here, or one of the two edge options. I might go for polyline edge, and we'll click OK, and we see our vector result. We can click this button to view the raster. Vector is this button, and we can view both together like so. I'm going to press C for colour on the keyboard twice. That changes the colours of the vectors to their type, and this green represents the polylines that we chose. Let's go back to viewing just the vector file, and at this stage we can start editing the file if we want to. I might press G for grab on my keyboard and edit the file. So remember, we chose polyline as the option. We could have chose Bezier or whatever you may require for cutting purposes if you are doing this for CNC or CAM. But I'm happy with that. So at this stage I can go to File, Vector, Save As to save out the file. Again, if you are using this for CNC purposes, you may want to look at the CNC export options before exporting the file, where you can edit the CNC specific options before exporting. When you do come to export, you can save it as a CNC specific file type, such as the G-code files, .nc, .cnc and .tap, or save it as a DWG or DXF file format as well.